Morning guys. So I put a post out on Instagram last night just asking if anyone was interested in my grooming routine that I use. I use it at home with Badger, at shows with client horses. I'd also go into a little bit more detail about extra things I do before and after competition, what things different individual horses might need, things Badger needs, just a general overview of what I do. And also I'm going to tie it in because today actually Badger is having his vaccinations and I'm going to get him sedated to clip because he doesn't really enjoy it, but he's a big hairy woolly mammoth at the moment and I can't deal with it. It needs to go. So we're going to tackle that today, get it all off and get him looking like a horse again rather than a yak. So I've made it to the yard and I'm just waiting for the vet. So I've decided to give all my grooming kit a good clean. I can see this kind of turning into a general yard day vlog rather than an actual grooming routine, but it will be in there. So I need to take my favourite thing in the world, which is, what is it called? Use it for everything. And I'm going to go and give all my brushes a good scrub and they can dry while I'm waiting for the vet and I'm clipping, and then I can give him a good groom, well, probably a bath if this weather remains nice. He will be clean afterwards anyway, and he's going to have clean pyjamas and all of that stuff, so yeah. When you have to deal with the inner shame of how filthy your grooming kit is. I mean, come on, that's disgusting. And what? Ew.
Eyes glow like two fires, movement so graceful. Wow.
Really sweaty. Okay, so the vet turned up without letting me know she was turning up at that time. So I didn't have time to set up the camera and everything so you could watch me clip all of him. But because obviously he has to be sedated, so I can't hang around when he's been put under. I have to really obviously get done pretty quick. So I've done most of him. All his awkward bits are done. His head, his legs, his belly, round his bits, all the places he can kick me and bite me really. But yeah, so I've still got a bit to do, so I can give you a quick part way before and after so that you can see the difference. He doesn't actually look as hairy as he is, but most of it is all over me now, so but I'll give you a quick view and then I'll show you a bit an after, and I'll give him a bath and maybe attempt his mane today, but it will be done at some point. So it goes with the rest of him. Now he's looking all super smart and streamlined again. He's still a bit sleepy, aren't you? Alright. Yeah, you're a little bit awake now, aren't you? But I've managed to get all his ears out. You can't really see because the light's bad, but his head's all off. You can see patchy there where I've started taking out the top of his neck while he's still a bit quiet. This side's very fluffy still. You can see under his belly, I've done his belly. You can feel all the flies now, unfortunately. So his legs are out. And I've done a lot more the other side, but for the most part, his awkward bits are done. Badger! Okay, so pony's all clipped. Like I thought, this is kind of turning into a pony pamper day vlog rather than a grooming routine, but I'll just put it all in one big vlog and then you can see everything that I do. Sorry I couldn't get much more of me actually clipping, but here he is. Okay. Yeah, I know, you're a bit wheezy still, aren't you? Where he's got a few dust allergies and stuff, when he's sedated, he does tend to breathe a bit heavier, but that is quite a common side effect of sedation generally. But he's now a bit grumpy with me, shall I say. But, well, he's going to be even more so in a minute because I'm going to give him a bath now, so I can get all that on video. Hopefully he's going to behave because he's still a bit sleepy, so he might stand still more. But we'll see. So here is stage 2 of beautifying the pony. Okay, so quickly what I use normally to bath any horse really, him, when I'm working, whatever, literally Johnson's baby shampoo, the yellow one, or sometimes the pink, the baby soft wash, which is also good. But I would say with the pink one, if you're going to use that and you need to plait, don't use it on their manes, use something else, or don't wash their manes, or whatever you want to do, but it makes it very, very hard to plait. But this one is great, the yellow one, because it's a bit more sudsy. Is that a word? I don't know, but there we go. So yeah, literally load of this all over. Skin feels great, coat looks lovely. I love it, and it's not expensive, just as you know, just get it in the supermarket. I just use a tiny little bit on my hand for his forelock and face. I don't use the brush on his face. As I say, some horses tolerate it, a lot of horses don't. So when they don't, just a wet sponge and just water. Don't. It's only because he's good to have his head scrubbed and hosed that I will actually use soap, because otherwise it's just a big battle to get it out. They don't like it, and it's just a bad experience for them then, and then you have no chance of ever really doing their face properly in the future. So good boy. With their tails as well, I don't actually have any today because I forgot to buy some, but I will normally use just a cheap hair conditioner. So I wash their tail with shampoo, and then we'll condition it as well, and then spray it with mane and tail, whatever you like to use. I normally use show sheen, but whatever you've got to detangle their tail, and it keeps it nice and stops hair breaking and just keeps their tail nice. Okay, so now obviously just scrape them off. I normally towel dry his legs as well, or any horse's legs, but I don't have any towels here because I forgot to bring them. So I'm just gonna like squeeze them off with my hand, take him for a bit of grass now he's woken up a bit, so he can dry off in the sun a bit. Yeah, and then when he's dry, or not even when he's dry, while his tail's wet, I put mane tail spray, baby powder on his legs. I do this whether the horse's legs are white or not, just to help the legs dry and keep the skin good. And grease his feet. Yeah, that's something also every day. Like, I don't put grease on for him to look pretty. I do it because it's good for their feet. So, especially this time of year where we've had a not too dry of a summer, not too wet of a summer either, but you know, it's good to keep the feet. Thank you. In good condition.
Eyes glow like two fires, movement so graceful. Wildcat in the jungle with dangerous claws. Movement she anticipates, a sight is set on her prey. Like stars in the darkest night, crystallize, fascinate. If you wanna stay alive, if you don't wanna be her prey, don't stand in her way. Run, run, run away. Crystallize, 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 watching her prey. Crystallize, 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 fascinate.
So now the brat is all dealt with, he's back out in the field and happy, and stuffing his face currently after horrible mother made him come in the middle of the day for a haircut. But I will finally get back to sorting out my grooming kit, which I started about 3-4 hours ago now. Brushes are all clean, they've been drying while I managed to get them all washed before the vet came. They're still a little bit damp, but they're dry enough to go back in the bag. But the bag, that's the next task, because I'm going to remove my extension lead from it. It is absolutely disgusting, and no one really wants to put clean brushes in a bag like that. Absolutely rancid. So that's the task now, to brush all that out with a dirty brush so it's clean for my clean brushes. Afternoon guys, I've not actually vlogged for the last couple of days. I've chickened out a little bit because this is my first, if you can call it a vlog, it's not meant to be, but it's probably going to turn into one, because I'm still a bit scared to vlog in front of people because it's very new. So when I'm trying to do stuff at the yard, people are going, "What are you doing? Why are you filming?" It's a bit, ugh. But it's alright, I'll get there. I clipped Badger the other day, as you know. That was 2 days ago. Not really done a lot since. I've ridden him. But today I'm planning on filming my actual grooming routine and getting that uploaded. Hopefully finishing this video would be helpful. And getting it uploaded, so that will be scary. But I'm excited. I'm quite pleased with what I've done so far, so please be nice. I am new at this, but yeah, you can come with me and see the Badger and what state he's in, because he's been in the field and it's a bit grey and damp today, so hopefully there'll be plenty to groom. But see you when we get to the yard. put your dressage saddle back on. Might be a bit fatter now. I might have. What are you doing? What are you looking at? Are you coming? Come on then. He might have gone up a width or two, but we'll see. Okay, so this is Badger's inhaler that he has to have as, okay, it's not strictly grooming, but it's part of his pre-work routine. Due to his allergies, his breathing isn't always 100%. So I will sometimes give it to him. Like today, we went on quite a hard hack with a lot of hills. So I knew he was going to be working hard, so I made sure that he had it before he worked, just to help open his airways up and make sure that he's feeling the best that he can. He also sometimes needs it when the weather's not great, so when it's, you know, very hot and humid or dry and dusty. Okay, we're going pretty hard with the voiceovers here, but I'm not very good at filming and talking. So this is just my sort of quick pre-workout, get ready quickly. So I'll always start with a rubber curry comb, or I also have like a harder plastic version, which I quite like as well. But always quick go over with the rubber curry comb, get any mud and stuff off. I know some people don't mind about riding with mud on their horses, but I am not one of those people. He's actually obviously not very hairy at the moment because I just clipped him, apart from his saddle patch, which I left, but I can deal with that tiny bit of hair. So yeah, I just go all over, gently down his legs if there's any mud left from the field, which there usually is. He's pretty good. He doesn't roll too much in the field normally. It's in the stable more that he'll roll. I have to be a bit gentle with him because he is a sensitive little soul. So if I go too hard and do anything too quickly, then the world will end. So yeah, we just have to take a minute with anything that involves pressure of any kind. The difference between my before and after grooming routine is they're very, very similar, except my after, it always involves a bucket of hot Dettol, and here, rather than flicking the horse off, I will hot cloth him all over, making sure to get his armpits, making sure to get his, between his back legs. If he's that sweaty, I will always wash him, but yeah. So normally I will put spray in his tail after I rub a curry comb, because I like to let it sit in the tail for a minute so it actually detangles. Here you'll see I have to be a bit patient with his head. He's got a lot better, but he's a bit unpredictable. Some days he's more cooperative than others, but again, just have to be slow and steady with him, but don't let him take the Michael either. So yeah, once his face is brushed, go over, flick him off all over, get any dirt and dust and hair sitting on the surface of the coat off. So he's nice and shiny when he goes out. He actually, now I'm watching this, looks like he's got a bit of a rash on his belly there. He doesn't, it's just the way the light's hitting him. And I also feel today that his coat has grown back very fast in, 3 days, 2 days? And it needs to really not do that. Because, I don't know if you guys know this, sedation is expensive as hell. So, he needs to just stop this hair growing trick that he keeps doing. Okay, once that mane tail spray has sat in his tail for a while, I will start with his mane and his forelock, again, he's very unpredictable with his forelock. So it has to be slow and steady again. But yeah, basically get that done gently, slowly, brush his mane through, brush his tail through, and then yeah, he's pretty much ready to go. I tell you, I don't know who gets more puff trotting up and down these bloody hills, me or Badger. Well, I know for sure it's him. It's giving me an old workout as well, which is what I need, and quite embarrassing that I shouldn't be that unfit. I get puff trotting up it. Okay, it's quite a long hill, but still. Ooh. I wasn't actually planning on hacking today, as we went for a nice ride last night around this road, but I came up to do him earlier than I'd planned, so my yard owner's teaching in the arena, but I won't do him any harm to get hacking up these hills, get him fit, get that belly down. My goodness, I know it's a bit of a funny time of year to be wanting to get belly off, but he's so round. You won't be able to see, but there's so many midgets, it's disgusting. Are you being a good boy? Are you enjoying this? Oh, he loves a hack. It's the only thing we're lacking around here is a few, or anywhere to have a good canter. But, oh well, these hills will have to do. See, this is why I kept hold of it. Yeah, a little bit more. I think we dropped a little. Ow, ow, fingers. Thank you for looking so happy about the fact I stopped off especially to get you treats. You little brat. Oh yeah, looking for more food. And your big nose. Badger.